G'day everyone, welcome back. This is the Octo Races full build video. I hope you're having a great weekend. And for the next 14 minutes, we're pretty much just going to be watching a time lapse together from start to finish of how I came to creating this weird and wacky slide that I made. So you're going to see some sad things, sadly, of this octopus did have 8 legs at one point. I didn't realize that the blueprint system only had 4 ride slots in it. I'm not sure whether that counters on for roller coasters as well. I haven't really played around and tested it. As you will see, I found this out the hard way of fully completing after spending hours on 8 different slides and then trying to save it to a blueprint and it saying, sorry, it's a 4 ride limit. So sadly, this octopus only has 4 legs at the moment. Hopefully in the future we can update it and get some more legs on this poor fella. So at the moment we're trying in the comments to name this octopus. If you can think of a cool name for it for the workshop, let me know in the comments. If not, it's probably just going to stay as Octo Races. But yeah, this was pretty not challenging to build. This is just me putting on my headphones and just playing around with different things. I haven't been able to get lost in a game in a long time, so for me this is what I'm just enjoying most about the game, is just jumping in an empty park and just playing around, like just having an idea while I was at work, coming home, as I said, loading up the game and just playing around. So I try to do the approach of, when I start my slides, I build them straight to the ground. That's what you would have seen at the start. And that's more for lining things up at the end, because it can be a little bit frustrating for people. I've seen other people building when they get annoyed with it lining up on the ground and stuff like that. And that's just my advice for if you want an easy path of getting things where you want them to be at the end, simply just build straight down and get it to where you want to be early, and then just building back up to the platform. So hopefully that advice helps you. It would have been nice to know how many slides I could put in earlier. But yeah, I thought it looked pretty cool. I wanted it to be chaotic. I wanted to be able to walk in on the angle just because of how strange that angle is. I think that's one of the main things I'd love for this game, is multiple ways to get up to the platforms, because currently you only have one. Which is the massive staircase that you see that I'll put in later. And it'd be really cool if you could have multiple ways for guests. Even if you could select what slides guests access from the stair access. And then probably the only other thing I'd love is if you had like a traffic light system up the top that would obviously be red. I'm not sure how many of you have been to water parks lately, but from my memory, and you can leave a comment down below if it's still like this, because I haven't been for a while, of it's like a red and green light system, isn't it? Where it's, you'll stand there and wait, and then the green light will go, and then you jump down the slide. And it's not a way of racing your friends, but it's also a way of like the safety of, it's the guard down the bottom saying that they got out and like whatever else. And I think that'd be really cool if they had that sort of system in the game. I'm not sure whether they do or not. I haven't really played around with that sort of stuff, but yeah, like that'd be pretty cool if you could have a system like that. So eventually, you see here, to get back to the build, sorry, of what we were doing, is I decided to change it to be more front on and more obviously how you would have a normal slide in a park. And trying to link up all 8 slides to where they twist and weave in each other and they all come together at the end in the same point was really fun to try and work out how to do. You'll see that I try different angles. Like it's heartbreaking to see it. We've looked so good with this many slides, and oh, it would have been perfect to be able to put all that stuff in. But yeah, are you playing the game? I have seen that a lot of people are waiting till the game gets better, in air quotes as I say it. I'm not sure what the divisiveness is with the game. Like I'm having fun. I don't understand the some of the comments that I've been seeing in the reviews, at least online. I know a lot of console players are having fun. I've had a lot of conversations with console players having a good time, but yeah, it's not like the end of the world of how bad it is, but like I haven't had any problems with it at all. So let me know in the comments if you're having problems with it, or you, I don't know, did you expect more from this game? Like, well, I'm pretty happy with what we've got. Like, the only thing that'll get me is if they start changing stuff to cater to all these people, and then all of a sudden all this stuff I've learned goes out the window. It's like, oh no. But yeah, I just, as I've said in my previous build videos, I just took pictures of my Planet Coaster key bindings, because I play on PC if you don't know, and yeah, a lot of them match up, so it's was easier for me just to copy them into Planet Coaster 2, and after I did that, it was like easy for me to create. So yeah, like, I don't know, I don't have any problems with the game, but we get into the theming in the later half of this video, which I don't know if you've seen, but one of the slides up in, I think it's either Wet and Wild or White Water World, is the slide with the octopus, and it's like the race one where it only does like a little twist out of the top, and then it goes into the normal like conventional slide that's a race. So I think that's, seeing as we're on the topic of things that I'd like in the future, I'd love more shade cloth. Like, that's probably my biggest wish for this game is, obviously they've done a lot of management for like sun and like sunscreen and stuff like that, so to me it was just strange to not be able to put more shade cloths in the game. Like, I can only put so many trees around something that tries to cover it up. But yeah, I don't know whether you guys are enjoying the slides, me building the slides and stuff like that. Do you want to see me move on to maybe a roller coaster or something, or maybe a ride, or are you happy with just me playing around? I know that yeah, a lot of you are playing the game, at least like the friends that I see that are on Steam. So yeah, add me on Steam so that you can see when I'm online and have a chat and stuff like that. But so I'm just trying to remember what I did here. So you'll see now with that slide, I didn't build it to the ground like the others. So you're seeing how I'm struggling with trying to move stuff around and just play around. Yeah, excuse me while I have a nice can of drink. It's currently 3 AM in the morning as I'm filming this, so bear with me for my tiredness, but I've got to get this video out. I really wish I could have done that many slides. So you see me starting to play around now. You'll see that I wanted to do just different slides around and then trying to save it, and then it's saying, sorry, you can't do that many. And it was, I don't know, it broke my heart. But yeah, I planned to have like multiple different things coming out of this massive platform, so it's very sad that I couldn't do what I wanted to do, but it's okay. In the future we'll be able to, hopefully. But I've noticed a weird glitch in it with when you upload this to the workshop, that it still has everything selected when it uploads the picture to the workshop. And then also, if you don't have a pool nearby, it doesn't trigger the guests to go to the changing room and then get on the ride, if that makes sense. A lot of guests will just walk up to the entrance and walk back, whereas if you have a pool, they'll walk up to the entrance and then it tells the game, oh okay, this guest wants to ride this, they need a change room, where's a change room? And you obviously build a change room, they'll go there, get changed, go on the ride, go on the slide, go in the pool. You'll see me, I don't know if you've seen the thumbnail, but the little kiddie pool with the mushroom, well not the mushroom, oh it is a mushroom I suppose, but it was meant to be an octopus I should call it, out the front. It's just funny watching guests jump in that ankle deep pool, because it's yeah, it was as close as I could get to putting a pool in the game and being able to still have where people wouldn't have to play around too much when they upload it. So initially I was going to do that of obviously you can see having a massive pool around it, but it ended up just being too crazy. Oh, and also I discovered there's a random pool buried deep under the park. I've uploaded 2 other workshop items now where I didn't realize, and when people, like, obviously I downloaded the park and the ride and tried to put it in my park, but it would just put it up in the air because this random pool piece was buried deep beneath the thing. So just make sure if you're going to do some workshop items that you're not selecting that pool that's buried. But you're going to see probably my favorite part of this build right now, which is how easy it is to snap theming together. Like, the pieces in this game, and I don't know how we did Planet Coaster so long without this resize tool, but it is so handy. Like, just being able to just throw things together like this with these, first you think, oh well, they're massive pieces, but then being able to resize them however you want just makes it like so simple to use, and you can just put together things like this real quickly and it look amazing. Like, the splashing and all that sort of stuff is pretty cool. Even the letters, like, I remember how much we used to struggle with lettering in Planet Coaster, with having to hide it and slide it back just enough to where it hides in behind a billboard. But yeah, they've got a good selection now of text, so it's going to be crazy to see what they do. But you'll see here me trying to create enough shade for people up the top, and then for our Pirates of the Caribbean fans, you'll see the massive hole underneath. I really wanted to create the mouth for this octopus. We're not calling it a kraken or however you say it. I know there's different abbreviations of how you say kraken, but I wanted to have tentacles coming out of everywhere where it's interactive and they were moving, but playing around with them pieces of movable stuff was just a little bit hard to do at the moment. But maybe I'll do that in a future video. But yeah, for now, this is just me throwing together all these massive tentacles everywhere, and it was so fun to be able to make, because at the end I put in this massive like splash system that would constantly have the ride dripping, which would be really cool. It would be like this thing has just come out of the water and it's still just like dripping. But here's a good example of the resize tool. So see this rope here. You'll see you can resize it to a massive size and then make it smaller and smaller and smaller. And just something simple like that, you can create illusions and different depths and stuff like that just from a resize tool. So it's one item can have so many different ways of being used that it's so handy, and it's so cool to be able to create with that. But yeah, I'm getting near the end now. Obviously playing around with lighting, I wanted to have the lights may have the eyes really beaming, because a lot of these water parks, I don't think they're really open at night in Australia. There are only some that do stay open at night, so I wanted it to be more of a, as you drive past on the highway or something like that and see this thing, you'd be like, oh my god, look at that massive octopus there. So yeah, comment down below what you think, what you'd like me to create, what you'd want to see in the future. Hopefully you're enjoying my creations. Hopefully you're enjoying other people's as well. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. As I've always said, I love talking to all of you, and it's cool to see that you keep tuning into these massive videos, no matter how long or short they are, but you always show up, and I'll always be appreciative to all of you for that. So thank you so much for watching. As always, you've made it to the end again. Download the park now, but most importantly, have a great day. Thank you so much.